Commander, you're too early for the early shift and too late for the late shift. So you managed to disappoint me twice over.
Ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals, welcome to a Gamer Encounters of Spacebase Startopia, the sequel, which a preview code was provided so we can check this game out. A sequel to the original Startopia, a space-based alien colony building management sim thing, kind of like a theme hospital, a 2-point hospital in space, which the original was known for this very quirky and unorthodox and weird humor, which a lot of people found very funny, which made it kind of a classic, and this interesting gameplay, which had its jankiness at times. Now, there are some concerns that Space-Based Startopia is not going to be able to maintain that magic that made the original so great while also advancing the gameplay. So we're going to find out what Space-Based Startopia is like right now. Now, first things first, this music, as they say, slaps. I'm into this music, and the original game also had some amazing music, so the music already has this sci-fi clubby electronic vibe, which I'm very, very much into. Now, having a quick look at the options menu, you can see here that there's a decent amount of options, some graphic settings, separate audio sliders, that's always great. I'd like to see some extra accessibility options, maybe a UI scale, font size, stuff like that. I always appreciate when they add in things like that. I don't think those are in right now. I'm not sure if they're going to be added in later. But the main thing for today I want to talk about is the Val voice. Val is your AI assistant, and there are a number of voices you can pick from. There is Glawin, which is essentially GLaDOS.
Start greeting. Welcome back, Commander.
There is Val 9000.
Start greeting. Welcome back, Commander.
And then there is Robot, which is the default.
Start greeting. Welcome back, Commander.
Now, these voices, I'm not sure if I'm all too into them, because there is a sort of the voice acting aspect, which can be decent at times, but the writing in this game has had some issues in my experience, and I know humor is subjective. Humor is subjective, so this is from my perspective. You can make your own decisions, but there's some oddness to it, and I'll show you what I mean. First of all, I'm just going to open up the tutorials menu because it reads out the introductions. Now, I've gone through the tutorials, and it's essentially Startopia gameplay, but combat is a little bit different, so I might want to show you that. But just listen to the introduction with the robot voice here.
Welcome to the Startopia Basics Introductory course, Command R. Before the RFS can unleash you on the known galaxies, we are obliged to offer you this introductory course. This is mainly for insurance purposes, but don't worry, we'll keep it as brief as possible. This scenario will introduce you to the basics of controlling your Startopia base simulator.
Alright, so as a new player to any game, you have to expect the tutorial to be basically the introduction to the game, right? So this is setting the tone for the rest of the game. And you'll see more of this later. This writing here is pretty much functional. There is a slight little bit of humor there, but okay. I'm going to jump into this so you can hear more of this.
Welcome protocol. Welcome to the Startopia Basics Introductory course, Command R. For more information, first open the notification in the notification panel. Here you will find useful information about your station. Command R, commence operations. Move your camera to get an overview of the station. Your task is to set up a Startopia base and turn it into a comfortable place for aliens to visit. The most important tools for this are your work droids, also referred to as fuzzies. However, fuzzies only have a limited amount of internal energy. A fuzzy charging station is required to charge them. Command R, use the construction menu to erect a fuzzy charging station.
Okay, so you see, so far, there hasn't been much personality to the writing. We are here to do this. You're gonna do this. Press this button here. And you can build a fuzzy charging
Place the
station.
hologram in the place you have designated and confirm the construction order for your fuzzies. The hologram will be displayed in blue if the place you have designated is usable.
So then the fuzzies come along. We can of course pick them up and deploy them to make them build a little bit quicker, right? So we can do this stuff. So if you've played
The
Startopia,
fuzzy
you'll
charging
recognize
station
this.
has been installed, Commander. Your Startopia base's energy core can store a limited amount of energy, the universal currency of all known galaxies. When a room is built, the required energy is taken from your energy core. In addition, that room's activation energy is blocked in the energy core's maximum storage capacity, removing it from use. In times of crisis, a room can be deactivated to quickly reclaim both. As mentioned in the beginning, your job is to keep arriving alien visitors happy. A fuzzy charging station is unsuitable for this, as only a few aliens will enjoy a strong electric shock. Please open your base simulator's construction menu.
Okay, a little bit of
Now
joke there.
please select the berth.
So we can build a berth. This is
In
expected.
this tutorial, for this room, first select the floor area that the room is to occupy. You can furnish Note that a room should often include the optional objects in order for it to perform its full function. Aliens can use the berth.
Okay. Enough talking. One nice aspect to the building construction is things do now snap to the walls, so it's a little bit easier to build as required, you know? In the original game, it could be a little bit fiddly getting all of this in, but now you can just place it, confirm.
The berth has been successfully placed. Now sit back and watch how the electronic units do all the real work, Commander. Oh, you're good at that. Would you like me to increase your ration of nutrient slime? Oh, I see that has already been done.
And this is a beginning of a problem that I kinda have with the game. The AI just kind of insults you
Commander,
constantly.
according to my sensors, your inaction has been rewarded. When your visitors satisfy their needs on the station, you receive prestige, an RFS-designated pseudo-currency, which you can use for new empowerments such as new rooms and other utilities. Use the research menu to enable the communication center.
So I'm not a comedian. I'm not an expert on comedy, but I do understand that comedic timing is a little bit of a thing to make things funny. And writing like this, even that was sort of a joke, where it's like, oh, you're just the lazy guy, the robots are gonna do the real work, right? Should I increase your rations for you to relax further? And then when it comes back for the sort of, I guess, punchline, it just moves on immediately, leaving no room to breathe for the humor. It's just, oh, your inaction has been rewarded. By the way, let's go ahead and do some research right now. It's like, it doesn't even take its own jokes as a joke, the way the writing is presented. It's sort of like, why did the chicken cross the road to get to the other side? Anyway, what I had for lunch was just some lamb chops and some fries, you know? It's like, it just moved on. And I think you get the idea of building. When I get into a proper mission, you'll see a bit more. But I do want to go back to the main menu and show off the other voices a little bit, which I think is not as interesting.
Start greeting. Welcome back, Commander.
With the GLaDOS voice, let me play a little bit of this. If I just load up the intro for this.
Welcome to the Biomes on Startopia Introductory course, Command R. In this scenario, we will focus on the biodeck on Startopia, which, where available, not only provides a cozy atmosphere for the alien visitors and satisfies their need for nature, but whose plants also provide important resources on Startopia.
And, you know, it's sort of like the Portal voice, I guess, which I don't think is a good choice because essentially I'm just constantly thinking about another game. So I'm not going to use that. And now I'm going to pick the voice which I personally think is my least favorite. Now, to be clear, I'm not a fan of any of these voices, and I actually think none is the best choice. Val
Start
9000.
greeting. Welcome back, Commander.
Now, I'm going to do the combat tutorial to show off how combat works, because I actually think combat has been improved in this compared to the original, because the original combat was very fiddly with muster points and prioritization of targets and of those muster points. So it was a bit... yeah. But I'm going to go through this combat tutorial to show you the combat, but also just listen to how we get through with this particular voice choice, Val 9000.
Welcome to the Combat on Startopia Introductory course, Command R. Not all conflicts can be resolved through diplomacy and dialogue, Commander. In fact, there are surprisingly few conflicts that can be resolved this way. In this scenario, we will therefore look at the military options available to you on Startopia.
Okay.
Initiate Welcome Protocol. Welcome to the Combat on Startopia Introductory course, Command R. Commander, I've once again taken the liberty of pre-positioning a number of rooms with typical human inadequacy, amongst them a security station. Leviathans working in the security station produce drones, which not only take over police duties, but can also be used for military purposes in case of need. A mech can also be built for greater threats. These huge fighting machines are directly linked to their respective security stations and offer immense firepower. Commander, the Biometric Universal Tactics Interface, or BUT for short, allows you to issue commands to your drones and mechs as well as control them. First, however, you should have a mech built. Use the security station's detailed view for this. Command R, commence operations.
I think the tutorial has begun. Just honest question. Any of you would pick this as the first choice? Voice? I think I get what it's trying to do to be funny, but it's actually difficult to listen to. I struggle to understand what the instructions were. Was it we have to build a mech? From the security station's detail overview. So the okay. Okay. We have to build this. We have to build that.
Very good, Commander. You have added a mech to the construction queue. Your fuzzies will now take care of building the mech.
Okay, besides the voice, this combat system and building the mech and all of that is actually pretty interesting. And don't worry about the basic gameplays. We'll be seeing plenty of that once we get into the main game. Let me speed this up a little bit. There we go. Just throw the fuzzies over. The fuzzies are the builder droids, builder robots, which go around picking up trash, moving resources, constructing buildings. Oh, it builds from the back, I guess. Okay. So we're gonna keep going through this particular tutorial because combat is actually a little bit more improved. And I like the mechs and I like how we control them. It's a bit more RTS-like. So instead of muster points and prioritization of targets, you have basically attack move, which is, I think, better. Also, in case you don't know, this energy up here, the energy is not just the power needed to power rooms, it is also the currency of buying things. So if this runs out, everything shuts down, and then you stop making money. So you can go into a death spiral pretty quick. That's very much similar to the original game.
The mech construction has been successfully completed. Please note that the mech's actions consume their own energy, which the RFS has termed commando points. A mech's commando points are automatically replenished by the Leviathans working in its assigned security station. You can now open the BUT interface and use it to command the mech. Commander, there's an enemy mech standing by behind that bulkhead. Due to budget cuts, its defenses have been disabled for this tutorial.
Okay, just a note. This interface is called the BUT interface. So it's the butt interface, right? And it's essentially, it's a butt joke. It's a butt joke, right? And, okay.
Your units are engaged in combat.
Oh, it's other people have started shooting it, so the mech's gonna move out by itself. this interface, it's called the
Brilliant,
BUT
Commander.
interface.
The BUT interface allows you to select multiple units and issue them all in order at the same time. Commander, mechs are very large units. You should make sure that there is enough distance between objects on Startopia to allow your combat units to navigate here. They should also be able to leave the security station.
So you see the combat, it is attack move, but yeah, this is the name of this interface is a joke, and I get the joke, but this is gonna be here permanently through the entire game.
To transport a mech over several decks, you need a mech transporter. Please arrange for its construction.
And the same butt joke is gonna get a little bit tiring over and over, but I guess that's a nitpick, but it's sort of a point that connects to a bunch of the other things as well. Anyway, we gotta construct a teleporter to bring the mech to the other
Please
floor.
note that a mech transporter is not only built on the current deck, but also in the same place on all other decks. This then connects these decks. Logically enough, this only works if there is enough space in the same spot on the other decks.
Okay, so combat, much more straightforward than the original game, and I think this is actually better. Move a unit, attack move, all of that stuff.
Excellent,
Active armor.
Commander. You have successfully placed the mech transporter. Please note that it is not available on the fun deck, as you do not yet own the corresponding sector. Open the bulkhead on the fun deck to take over this sector.
Alright, opening bulkheads. Familiar mechanic.
Commander, there were some enemies trapped in the newly opened sector. They are now on their way to destroy your energy core. Get your mech onto the fun deck to stop the enemies.
Okay, here's something that's pretty good. If you tell the mech to attack on another floor or move to another floor, it pathfinds its way over to the transporter by itself.
Your units are currently engaged in combat, Commander.
Please kill everything. Okay, there we go. So it can pathfind, it obeys commands. Nice, nice. Straightforward, simple. I like it. I like it. It's just this guy's voice is killing me. Kill all
Very
of it
good,
then.
Commander. You have already eliminated half of the enemy.
No, don't move there. Keep attacking, keep attacking. There we go.
Commander, you have successfully eliminated all hostiles. Acceptable work. You have now learned to command military units. According to RFS statutes, you are therefore excellently prepared for all eventualities and could also serve on the front line in case of war. Congratulations.
Okay. Okay. I have to change his voice. Going back to the options, changing it back to the default robot voice.
Start greeting. Welcome back, Commander.
Alright, so you've seen through the tutorial, the game kind of negs you a little bit, right? It continues through all of the tutorials, but as you start playing the actual game, once we start the campaign, it gets quite intense. It gets quite intense. So let me go ahead and start the campaign. By the way, this is the difficulty selection screen. It's a little bit alarming when you first see it. It doesn't say difficulty anywhere, but it's Cadet, Commander, Admiral. It basically changes the cost of things, cost of everything. And starting fuzzies, you get 2 extra builders on the start. Energy bonus doubled on easy, that sort of thing, if you're picking easy. I'm just gonna stick to Commander in the middle for now. And there is a bit of a story cinematic for us to watch. Here we go, here we go. This is the background story of Spacebase Startopia.
It all began with a misunderstanding. When the Telgorian fleet first encountered a representative of the Neophytic Alliance, they sent a bouquet of their most beautiful native flowers as their usual greeting. The only problem, the extremely nature-loving dryads took a bouquet of dead flowers as a declaration of war. This encounter marked the beginning of the first major interspecies conflict in the Alma-Barid Quadrant. It lasted for approximately 400 years. Since most of the races did not have access to FTL technology at that time and their weapons technology can generally be regarded as primitive, the armed conflict was often limited to threats, verbal attacks and illegal littering. The production of the Universal Translator developed by the RFS Consortium helped to settle the conflict and led to peace talks being initiated. Also additional potential grounds for conflict, such as Uriker's Great Dolphin Barbecue. The Celebramers' gigantic space loudspeakers and other trivialities to also be nipped in the bud. So much for history, recruit. Let's get back to your real job here at the RFS Consortium's Tear Test Lab. This lab is not only designed to house a highly sophisticated artificial intelligence called Val, which would be me, in case you've forgotten that in the last few minutes, as my brain scan suggests, but is also responsible for the Startopia project. The goal of Startopia is to create multipurpose space bases capable of being used by all alien species as places of encounter and exchange. And, of course, to earn a huge amount of energy to cover the exorbitant salaries of the RFS board. Recruit, you have been selected to work in the Startopia Base Simulator, or SBS for short, to acquire the knowledge necessary to run such a Startopia base. But before you can do so, you must go through the RFS Executive Motivation Training course. You can do it. You're a born leader. We believe in you. Fanfares, congratulations. You have successfully completed the Commander Training course and are now entitled to take the final exam on the simulator. Good luck, Commander. Welcome to your first test scenario, Command R. I'm very curious to see how you will cope. This simulation includes a Startopia base orbiting the garbage planet Sarkar. And I quote from the Universal Database, disgusting cesspit that should find its deserved end in a black hole. The goal of this scenario is to generate energy by recycling garbage. There are only a few basic buildings available and space is limited. You will mainly, or more precisely, exclusively, come into contact with Telgor and bugs. Expect visitors to leave a lot of garbage lying around. I don't think I need to go into any more detail. According to the scenario guidelines, it is impossible to fail. However, I would like to add that carbon-based life forms have always surprised me in this respect. Very well, Commander, you may proceed. As an old Gononian folk saying goes, every being is the wush quantang of their own fortune. An ancient skilled trade in which bricks are formed from one's own excrement.
That's the intro to the campaign. And the vibe I'm getting from this game, so far, is that the language in the writing is so hostile, right? So my memory was already sort of picked on in the actual intro cinematic. Here, it says that this mission's impossible to fail, but me being the lowly carbon-based life form that I have, I'm probably gonna find a way to fail it. And it's saying things like, this place is a disgusting cesspit, and that there's an ancient trade where bricks are formed from their own excrement. It's like, why is this so crude and hostile about everything? And then this sort of monotonous voice over it, which, by the way, this voice is the least monotonous of the three voice choices. We've either got the GLaDOS voice or that really monotonous guy. So, like, this is the most intonation we're gonna get, and it's just so hostile. Anyway, let's go ahead and play Mission 1. The gameplay itself, actually, I think is okay. It's okay.
Initiate welcome protocol. Welcome, Commander. I am confident that even a carbon-based life form will be able to cope with the very manageable parameters of this scenario. After all, it's all about collecting garbage. A fuzzy with only limited functionality previously solved this scenario in less than 20 minutes. I therefore assume that you will be able to complete it within a few hours. Test subject evaluation started. Command R, commence operations.
So then we get into the mission, and there's 2 lines of dialogue. Both of them continue to insult me. Okay, fine. This is just about recycling garbage into 4,000 energy. We can do that. Right click brings up the build menu. Let's go ahead and get a fuzzy charging station down. We'll just throw it down this way. We can get a berth. By the way, there are blueprints, so this is kind of handy. So like, here's the 1,900 cost blueprint. It's a finished room with plenty of stuff in there. I think I can go for the 5,000 one because we need to get people in. So let's throw down the berth. I think the entrance is down this way. So I'm just going to throw it down over here to get that going. Confirm that. We are going to need a communication center, which I'll throw round the back. And then we're definitely going to need a recycling
Congratulations,
plant.
Commander. You have successfully built a berth as your first room. I foolishly stopped measuring your time after my countdown subprocessor hit its 3rd overflow. But I assume you have achieved more or less acceptable results considering the capabilities of a carbon-based life form. Excellent, Commander. You've managed to build a recycling station. Remember that semi-functional fuzzy I told you about at the beginning? Well, it had already completed all of the other test scenarios in the time you needed. But I think it's a rather tough comparison because it was limited in functionality and you... Oh. Excellent work, Commander. I see you've managed to build a communication center. I mean, you created a simple construction order for your fuzzies and then they did all the work. Sarcasm speech module not found. Bravo.
I'm unsure if the writing in this game has the AI say anything about me that isn't just an insult. Every single thing that I built, I got insulted for building. Now, obviously, I'm not taking any of this personally. They didn't write this for Gamerzak. It's like, oh, Gamerzak's gonna play our game. Let's call him incompetent or carbon-based life form, or you know, let's just neg him and use passive aggression just to spite him. It's not about me, but it's just this is targeting the player constantly. Let's get back to the gameplay. So one nice feature is things output pollution. So you see there's going to be pollution coming out here. To maintain that pollution, we can throw down its...
Commander, it is good to see you've set up a recycling station. It's not so good to see you haven't hired any Telgor to run it. Please try to rectify this situation.
Okay, I'm going to throw down some atmosphere stuff, filters, to keep pollution from getting too out of hand. So let's do that. I'm going to throw down some garbage bots to collect garbage. Just like around like that. 2 garbage bots should do it. And we need to hire some people. Now, here's the hiring menu, or the units menu rather. We need to hire some
Commander,
Telgors.
you have just successfully built your first garbage bot. A thing that one tries to fill with other things, but which reaches its maximum capacity much too quickly. Wait, are we talking about you and your training here? Excuse me, my routine small talk subprocessor seems to be malfunctioning.
Just another one. Okay. Here we have skill and dedication. So I want to hire a bunch of these guys because this is kind of the main point of the mission. I'm going to hire some extra ones as well. Let's get 6. We also have to hire
Commander,
a couple bugs.
your communication center will not function without hired Bugrathorians.
Hire a couple of the Bugrathorians. Who we're supposed to hire? If you right-click on a building, it does say what kind of person, alien needs to work there. Bug, Telgor, yeah. Now that we've got these air filters down, you'll see the pollution being maintained, which is good. This charging station here is also outputting pollution. Is there anything else we need to build right now? Let's have a look. Another recycling center is always going to be handy. We can throw down some decorations. Let's throw down a simple lantern right here. Costs 500, jeez, okay. So we gotta just go around picking up this garbage, putting it in the recycling center. You can see this fuzzy dropping it in the garbage bot. So it's basically a trash receptacle. By the way, this is the entrance here. People arriving from the outside of space. Look at that. You know, visually, this game is really nice. Lighting, design, it's got that cartoony, colorful vibe. It's great. The music's nice, the visuals are nice. It's just the writing that seems to be hostile and negging and passive-aggressive. But it's as a joke, but it's constant. It's repetitive. And I'm going to repeat this point a lot because it's going to keep coming up. Here's a little bit of an interesting point. Every so often, a choice happens for an upgrade or a downgrade. And this is sort of like in Startopia 1 where the merchant, the trader, comes. And unfortunately, there's no interesting voice for this one. But, you know, he sort of had that weird English accent on. I'll try and do it. Commander, I have 2 foolhardy downgrades to your atmosphere filters on board. Which one would you like better? That's not his voice at all, but I tried. This time, downgrade actually helps us. Atmosphere filter, a 10% chance of producing 5 units of garbage every 60 seconds. We actually want more garbage.
Interesting, Commander. However, I do not want to hear any complaints about this later.
Because we just need to turn garbage into energy, which we are currently doing. We've got 195 so far. And here's the light we built. Nice, okay. So we just kind of need more money. If I wanted to open the bulkheads, it's going to cost 10,000 to do that. So we're not going to do that quite yet. I think we don't have enough. Is this berth being fully occupied?
Commander, fanatics from the terrorist organization Trashbeast have discovered a subatomic quantum loophole in our shield and have beamed garbage bombs on board. If they explode, they will cause damage and spread garbage throughout the area. But you can rest easy in the knowledge that it can't harm me. Initiate bomb subprotocol Alpha. Commander, presumably there is a smart way to deal with these garbage bombs. Please try to stimulate the gray matter in your head. Gray matter evaluation completed. Alarmingly high percentage of nutrient slime noted. Fine, I can see this is not going to work without explicit instructions. Commander, you can also recycle this garbage bomb. Yes, I realize that you probably never would have thought of that yourself.
So let's just throw on 2 more. Oh, the commander's dumb. Again. It didn't even give me a chance to do this myself.
Commander, recycling the garbage bombs is an excellent idea. Only 99.3% of all other candidates came up with this solution. I suggest you try recycling a larger amount of these garbage bombs in order to make the test scenario more exciting.
Garbage bot modification, another choice. Commander, I have here 2 absurd designs to permanently improve the garbage bots. I've decided to let you choose. View it as a test of your cognitive abilities. Why is everything referring to my cognitive abilities in a sort of negative way? Because, oh, it's a test of your cognitive abilities. Let's see. Biting garbage bots. Garbage bots eat 50% of the garbage deposited in them. That's bad for what we're doing.
Excellent work, Commander. You have acquired the required amount of energy. You did it with the berth and not the recycling station, but at least it's something. I hope you realize this, of course, does not terminate the test scenario. It was just a gentle hint designed to give you an idea of my estimation of your abilities.
I'm gonna increase the garbage bot capacity.
A most experimental choice, Commander.
Okay, okay. I'm not sure what target energy... Oh, I raised 4,000 energy from the berth, I guess. No, we're gonna keep using the recycler. How's the... There's still quite a lot of garbage. Fill level is 0. I think it's just we don't have enough fuzzies to keep that going. Oh, that was the air purifier emitting garbage, which is what we need. This recycler is getting pretty full, though. Can I actually afford to just put down another one? Yeah, I can just pop it here. Okay, here's the communication center. Like, see these animations, they're cool. It's really nice, it's really nice. I like looking at this game. Like, the gameplay, I'm actually having fun.
Look out, Commander. Trash fanatics have thrown bombs at the station.
Okay, I'll throw them into this one.
A second recycling station is a splendid idea, Commander. It can take care of trash, garbage, and other things that... Commander, you've already recycled half of the garbage bombs you need. Keep up the good work. Thanks to your performance so far, my evaluation processor has already upgraded you to Chniashanu, an 8-hooved sloth native to the planet Photos 5.
Just one more. Anyway, let's hire more of the Telgors to keep working on all of these. Let's hire. Okay. These messages pop up very frequently. It's like once every 2 minutes. And there's a lot of reading for each one. So every time one of these pops up, I have to stop playing the game to read what this choice is. Because if I don't choose, it just chooses one for me. Green recycling station, no more atmospheric pollution. That's actually really good, but a 25% chance that no energy will be produced during recycling. That's bad for what we're doing. This one, the recycling station interval, plus 100%. Recycling station, a plus 25% chance of producing twice as much as bad atmosphere when recycling. So this makes it faster, I think, but produces more pollution. I think high-speed recycling station is what we want here.
Good choice, Commander. The experimental high-speed turbines in these new recyclers will do a good job and definitely won't cause any accidents. At least, Commander, I wanted to point out to you that with your energy or prestige you can buy very interesting things from my experimental laboratory, or, as my naming algorithm calls it, the Val shop. You should definitely take a look at them.
Yeah, we have
Commander,
this...
you've already generated 1/3 of the energy required for the test scenario. I admit I did not expect you to reach this level. I guess I now owe my optimism routine 100 energy.
Okay. There's this second currency, which is a pseudo-currency, called Prestige, which you can use to buy temporary boosts, like here, suppresses any negative moods, recycles garbage. We can actually... Can I buy that? How do I use it? Recycles all garbage in area on its effect. So if I just use it here, it just immediately does that. Okay, cool. Nice. Little bonus points like that. You can also use this prestige on research, which is currently locked. Okay, so 2 recycling centers going. I don't think we have enough garbage to feed both recycling centers, but like there's some trash over here. Can I manually pick this up myself? I can. And just feed it in.
Commander, apparently garbage fanatics have planted some bombs on your station. Isn't that interesting?
Sure. Gonna grab that, I'm gonna grab that. Recycle those into that.
Garbage bomb recycling has been ordered.
Okay. And we have another
Commander,
choice.
you have successfully completed the recycled garbage bomb supplementary mission. I think you deserve a reward for that. Can you feel that? You're feeling a slight mix of endorphins and cortisol right now, which should feel approximately the same as a clammy handshake. Commander, you have now acquired 2/3 of the necessary energy. Extrapolating from your previous results, I can safely put my subprocessors on standby for the next few million cycles.
Okay. I now have to stop playing and read what this is. Leaky visitors. Weak-bladdered bug Rothonians, leaking Telgors. They basically create garbage every... 5% chance of creating garbage every 60 seconds. Sure. The bugs.
An interesting choice, Commander. I would advise you to keep an eye on bug Rothorian visitors. And maybe keep a mop ready, just in case.
Okay. Well, we're almost at our target. Look at that. More garbage being generated. And we can just go ahead and open this, I guess. Open the bulkhead. Create a bit more space for us to work with. Ah, there's actually garbage everywhere. So they can start cleaning that up, and we just need another 100 and it'll essentially be victory for this, which is nice. Oh, by the way, those bombs, if you let one explode, it just puts garbage around it. Doesn't do too much harm. I think it maybe does slight damage on the building. These buildings do have maintenance. Yeah. I hired so many of these guys, but they don't stay filled. You need to hire a lot of extra employees if you want to keep max.
Congratulations, Commander. You have successfully achieved the goal and generated the required amount of energy. Some doubted your success, while others objected that you could not fail in this test scenario. I replied that if there is a way to fail in this scenario, you will find it. Nevertheless, you have successfully completed this scenario. Congratulations, Commander.
Victory. Victory. Okay. Let's go to the next mission. Mission 2.
Command R, I want to congratulate you on successfully completing the first test scenario. Only the most petty-minded subprocessor would notice that there was no fail option in the previous mission. Let us now turn to the second test scenario. This simulated Startopia station is located in orbit around Jupilberry 3. The galactic database contains the following information on Jupilberry 3, a fertile jungle planet whose inhabitants are often involved in wars because the other side of the planet always seems to be a bit greener. Commander, the aim of this test scenario is to adequately design the biodeck on the Startopia so as to be able to harvest resources and have some of them processed in factories. In addition, various diseases are common in this region, so you should have a viable medical station. Now then, Commander, go ahead and show what you're made of. By the way, according to my scanner that's 60% hydrogen, 25% oxygen, 10% carbon and a few other odds and ends.
Okay. Just a minor jab at me in this one, with the successfully. And a couple quips, I guess, about, it's always greener on the other half of the planet, right? Okay, fine.
Initiate welcome protocol. Welcome to the second test scenario, Command R. As mentioned at the beginning, you now have access to the biodeck to grow plants and create a cozy atmosphere for your visitors. In this scenario, you can expect more sick aliens on board, where a lack of treatment can result in a premature death. Command R, commence operations. Commander, you did acceptable work with the bombs in the last test scenario. RFS feels that such trivialities must be rewarded with more than just a virtual damp handshake, so a recycling station crate is hereby placed at your disposal.
Okay. What's this text box? It's gone. Okay. A recycling crate was given to us.
Not that I doubt your mental abilities, but as a precaution I would like to point out to you the extremely banal logic that employing more dryads would ensure that you get the resources you need more quickly, as they sow new plants and harvest mature ones.
Okay. First I'm gonna throw down a relatively large berth by the entrance here. Let's get the fuzzy charging station near where they always hang out. Let's throw down the recycling station. To get that going. I should also throw down the communications center around the back, I think. We start with quite a lot of money. Wait, I just built a recycling center. I can just unpack a second one. Okay, fine. We'll have 2 recycling centers. That's fine. 2 recycling centers. Medical bay. Oh no, I don't need 2 recycling centers, do I? Can I just deconstruct that? That's fine. I built an extra recycling center. I forgot they gave us one for free. I'll put one down again later. Let's throw down the medical station. We can do the more expensive, larger one towards the entrance here. Yeah. So that as they come in, they can head straight to the medical station. Confirm that. Good. We are going to need to throw down some atmosphere filters. Let's throw down one
Commander,
here.
the medical station has been successfully completed. Now you can take care of your visitors' little problems, such as rashes or imminent death. Carbon-based life forms are notoriously fragile.
Okay. Trash bin. Trash bin. That should cover that. Okay, good. Medical center is down. We're gonna now need to hire all the essentials. We're gonna need... I guess we'll just hire these 4 Telgors. We're gonna need maybe a couple bugs. And then we're gonna need Greys to be the doctors. Let's hire just the ones which have 2 skill right now, so that we can do that.
Commander, your station is so covered in garbage that vermin capable of causing illness are already spreading. Cynical administrators would now begin to think twice. I am very curious as to your decision.
Right. Also, now I want to show you the biodeck. The biodeck, by the way, I absolutely love the look of. It's just so nice looking at this biodeck. It's got all the different plants, and I'm going to show you how this works. Essentially, you can terraform. That's growth. You can terraform by, for example, painting tundra, taiga there. You know, you can paint like moon area here to grow different types of plants and stuff like that. You can go to terrain. You can raise the terrain. You can smooth the terrain. You can create water, but the water, oddly, let me create a little bit of a, ooh, that goes real fast. Create a little bit of a section back here. If I try pour water, can I pour water in there? If I lower this down, why won't it let me put water? That's odd. Size 2?
Commander, I see you still have not hired any dryads. If you don't want your biodeck to wither away, you should hire a few of them to produce resources and oxygen.
Ah, okay, there we go. We just have to lower the terrain, and we can place water.
Commander,
Right?
I'd like to draw your attention once again to the compact map on the side where, among other things, the biodeck is displayed. Please make your way there.
Yeah, so we can put water there. Though, I think a little bit disappointingly, if I mess with the terrain here, it gets rid of the water. You see that? If I mess with the terrain at all, going down or going up, the water just disappears. Now, in Startopia 1, the water actually flowed along the terrain. It had janky early 2000s graphics, but if you change the terrain, the water actually flowed down into pools. You could create elevated pools, and if you broke the wall or lowered the terrain, it would actually flow down into the low grounds. Here, it's just, the water is just a fixed thing, right? You can't put it here because it floods the whole thing, right?
Commander, your doctors have just successfully treated the first visitor. I think that is acceptable.
So that's a bit disappointing. Now for dryads, I'm just gonna hire like...
Commander, with the hiring of a dryad, your biodeck is now being tended and producing. Commander, those hired dryads will hopefully reduce the duration of this scenario to an acceptable level. I think we can chalk that up as good work. Comment good work discarded. Quote.
Okay, so the dryads come up here and harvest things, which you can do manually as well. Like this red titan tree, you can right click it, harvest, and it drops the resources, which is medicines. Different trees, different plants do different things. This one does minerals. We can harvest this wobble mushroom, and then there's minerals, right? So this biodeck is all for these resources, growing things and all of that. There's bulkheads which can open up, much like the other levels. This curve thing, it takes a little getting used to, but I do really love the look of this. Now these are the dryads we hired, who are gonna go around managing the place, harvesting things, planting things, all of that, based on the terrain that we've created. It's just a little bit disappointing that the water is not actually flowy water, which, you know, considering the first game had it, I preferred it. Maybe this is for structure or organization. Improved biodeck. Let's read. Tons of pesticides, plant growth plus 100%. Aliens 5% chance of infections per minute. Aliens need to drink increases 100% on the biodeck. A negative rating on the biodeck every 60 seconds. Well, we have to cure 30 people, so the extra infections might actually help.
Well, then I will spread an extra large load of the finest pesticide across the biodeck, Commander. The visitors will hardly notice and the plants will sprout and flourish like never before.
And these druids, what are they called? Dryads. Set up these biostations to work from, which it's a nice touch. It's a nice touch. Little plant things. It's cool. Anyway, let's go back down to our sub deck. By the way, the fun deck, it's just pretty much like the sub deck, but all for entertainment and things like that. Okay, what are we doing? Money is doing okay, so I'm just gonna open up this bulkhead. You can see this map, it shows access to a new area here. Brings in more cash, which means I can then put down that recycling center, second one, over there. Do we need to bring in more people? I think I'll throw down another berth. 5,000. No, I'll just throw down the smaller berth to bring in more people.
Commander,
here.
one of your visitors has accidentally forgotten a number of crates of garbage, which, while considered a delicacy, carries highly contagious pathogens and is prone to spontaneous explosion if left unprocessed. Should you wish to prevent a viral explosion on board, you should remove those objects. A cynical commander might, however, take advantage of this.
I'm gonna let it explode. I'm gonna let it explode. Create more sick people. Well, there's 2 of them. I'm gonna let one explode. I'm gonna let one explode. Let's not get ourselves killed here. Is it gonna go off? It sure gives you a lot of time to get it. Now I have to... What? It didn't... Oh, is it just there to make people sick? I don't know. I thought it was gonna explode. Oh well. It's fine. Alternative atmosphere filter. Gotta stop and read this. Increase in anger among aliens is halved. Atmosphere, 5% chance of deactivating. Performance plus 50%. Aliens might get sick. We'll do it slow.
Understood, Commander. I will optimize the supply of energy to the atmosphere filters and increase their power. These carbon-based life forms definitely generate bad air much too quickly.
Okay. We also do need another filter over this side because of this thing. Okay, we'll get that going. Okay, sick aliens healed 5. No more than 10 have to die. By the way, these aliens, if you right-click on them, they do have needs. All different aliens have different needs.
Commander,
you see the
a crate of garbage has just exploded, potentially infecting aliens in its vicinity. I'm still wavering as to whether to classify this as incompetence or moral ambiguity on your part. Incompetence and moral ambiguity noted in personnel file.
Yeah, you see, these guys have these needs, these guys have these needs. Some aliens have different bars, but basically they have this stuff. And you can see these, for some reason every message has a hashtag. I guess, you know, it's like, using a hashtag is sort of like, haha, it's like social media. But it's like every single message has a hashtag. They didn't have to wait this long.
Commander, I'd like to inform you that you've already successfully treated 1/3 of the aliens required. I assume you feel almost competent now.
Just another jab, okay. Ate a chocolate bar in the berth, okay. Doc fixed me
Commander,
up.
more than half the visitors like Startopia. At least it's a start.
There's garbage everywhere here. Hashtag disgusting, hashtag garbage. Okay. Generally people seem to be quite happy. I don't feel well. Hashtag off to the doctor. Okay. Everything here is nothing but a load of crap. It's like... This is supposed to be flavor text, right? It's not really... It's kind of useful, but it's not very useful. This message here, everything is but a load of crap. Hashtag rage. Okay. So it's like... again, like a lot of things so far, it's like a little bit entertaining for a while, but then it's just, it gets a bit repetitive, so we like, I'm seeing like the same messages again and again. Yeah, had a nap, ate a chocolate bar. There's garbage everywhere. Everything is crap. Okay, okay. So what have we not done? There's collecting and store resources for food. There's also produce factories, circuit boards. Okay, let's get on to that one. Let's, nope. Let's go to the build menu. There is a factory. It's pretty big. Let's throw it down over here. Okay, gotta stop and read. To know or to research, diagnostic unit, 10% chance of diagnosing a disease immediately. Diagnostic unit diagnosis take 3 times as long. Or Metaplicator healed aliens have 5% chance of immediately handing over all their energy.
Commander, you've already cured half the aliens that require treatment. An acceptable feat if one ignores the time it took you to perform it. Commander, you managed to build a factory. Remarkable when I consider your accomplishments to date.
It's like back to back, just insult, neg, passive aggression, insult, insult, hostility, hostility. Like, I think I've been called incompetent directly twice now. Okay. And both of these sound equally bad / good. So I'm just gonna, well, let's see what happens if I just let the timer run out. What happens if the timer runs out? We've cured 17 aliens. Okay. Let's see. 20 seconds. What happens if it just... Well, meanwhile, we have this factory. Wait. It's taking 2,000 power?
As you wished, Commander. I can't say I approve of this choice, but it is your funeral.
Wait, okay, so it made a choice for us. What was the choice? It just makes a choice for us and it doesn't tell you what the choice is? So we have no idea which one took effect, unless it says this somewhere? No? Info? No? I don't think it tells you. We have no idea which one it chose. Okay, factory. Produce circuit boards. Oh. Oh. That... It's actually got sideways text. Hold on, let me read what this says. Okay. Producible objects, it says. Alright, odd UI choice, but fine. We need to produce circuit
Commander,
boards.
I find that the alien treatment is proceeding at a reasonable pace, considering the circumstances. By circumstances, I mean you, in case you missed that little dig the way you missed all the digs before.
Guys, have you noticed? Have you noticed? The game has just pointed out to us directly that it's been making digs at us. In case we didn't get the digs, it made one more dig and then told us it's digging. Have you noticed? I might have noticed. But just in case you didn't, it just made it very clear while making another dig. And while it's making it clear, that was actually technically 2 digs in one. So this game is about making digs at the player. Let's look forward to the next one. Anyway, to produce circuits, it requires minerals that can be extracted from the biodeck, and the food needs to be stored in a cargo hold. Can we build a cargo hold? There we go, cargo hold. Okay, it's something that's stuck to the walls. Where can I put it? Can it fit right there? Yes. 1,000. I didn't even check the cost. That was dangerous. But okay, 1,000. We're gonna build a cargo hold right here. How's the pollution? Pretty much managed where everyone's going. A little heavy round here, but it's fine. It's fine.
Warning, Commander, crates containing garbage will soon explode.
Okay, we'll clean it up and then we'll recycle them. Put them there. Good. Alright, building the cargo hold. So we should start getting food and minerals down.
Commander, nice to see that you finally managed to build a cargo hold so the fuzzies can store goods there. Other test subjects have completed the entire scenario in that time, but I in no way wish to belittle your inferior performance. Keep up the good work.
Commander, a very ill alien with a severe form of leupolioitis has arrived at the station. You should ensure that this visitor is treated quickly as the disease is highly contagious. Prevent your visitors from being harmed at all costs.
Who is that? Who is that? Maybe that was just the wrong voice line. I kind of like her better.
A crate of garbage has exploded, releasing viruses.
Oh, okay. So this is a very sick person. Can we do anything to make sure this person is cured faster? I can't pick him out. Pick him up. They're just going to the med bay. So I guess that's all we can do. We can hire more grays. Fire. Hire. Sort by skill, please. Let's hire more grays. That 5. Okay. Well, we have a cargo hold. By the way, did you get that dig about the cargo hold? Oh. Who could have seen it coming? Let's look forward to the next insult. Let's speed this up. We need 10 food, 5 minerals. So if I go up to the biodeck, I should be able to harvest minerals
Commander,
and stuff.
you actually managed to heal your critically ill visitor. Okay, of course you yourself didn't lift a finger. At best it was your gray employees, but still.
Okay. Minerals, so I can manually harvest all of these. So I need 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, let's put that down. 5. Yeah, well, we're gonna need 5 minerals for that. And then we need food. What gives off food? These things. No, that's medicine. These things. That is food. All right. Harvest that. Harvest that. Harvest that. We need 10? We need 10. Fire palms. Yep. Harvest. So I think the dryads will slowly transport them down themselves. Is that food there? No, that's minerals. That's minerals. This gives off fibers. Okay. Do we have more food? There we go. Palma perforatus. Let's harvest that. And that gets us to 10 food. So that's 10 food. You can see, oh, we actually produced the circuit board. See that? So things are ending up down here. That's pretty full. Where's our cargo hold? Here. Okay. So we want to put in the 5 minerals. Great holds of cargo. Hold on, we gotta stop and read this. Cargo hold per empty slot, plus 10 energy every 60 seconds. Per occupied slot, minus 5 energy. So this is keeping it empty is good. This is the opposite. Keeping it full is good. I think we're keeping it relatively empty, so valuable vacancies, I guess.
Good choice, Commander. I am not surprised that you prefer emptiness, as I suspect a certain similarity to the contents of your skull.
Why, it's non-stop. It's a non-stop tirade of insults being thrown at me. Why does this game hate the player? Actually, it's not even the game. The gameplay is going fine. The gameplay is okay. Look, this is cool. Look at this curved little torus we're in here. It's nice. It's cool. It looks great. It plays fine. It just keeps being hostile to you verbally in the writing, and I'm not sure why. And
Commander, a very sick alien has just come on board to receive medical care.
can I get her to be the AI? She sounds way nicer. And it's not so much like I get it.
Commander, crates containing Garbash will soon explode and infect scores of aliens.
Like I get what it's trying to do. Like no, don't. No. Pick things up. Okay. I get what it's trying to do. It's like haha, you know, the jokes. You're dumb. But it's like, how many times has it been? It's essentially telling the same joke over and over and over and over and over again. It's probably, what, 15 times now? And the joke is, haha, you're dumb. And it's just... It stops being funny after a while, and it's just really the same joke again. I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit triggered. It's just...
A seriously ill visitor has been successfully healed, Commander.
Oh, ran out of jabs. You've already done that one. Okay. Let's get the food into storage.
Commander, a Garbash explosion has contaminated parts of your station. I suppose you feel even more at home now.
Okay. Just get a last jab in. Fabulous factory. It's just every 2 minutes I gotta read this thing. I don't care. Whatever.
As you wished, Commander. I hope you've thought this through.
Just doubt me some more. Come on. Okay, fine. Fine. Produce one more circuit board, please.
Congratulations are in order, Commander. You've performed reasonably well in this test scenario. Hats off. I shall record your mediocre actions in the Monument of Shame immediately. That's what I call your personnel file, Commander. You don't have to understand, it's an amusing data packet that goes back and forth between my sarcasm processor and my evaluation routine.
Why? It's just... Why? Why is this game just a non-stop insult simulator? And it's not even like good insults, it's like the same insult again and again and again. And it's not even like funny subtle, it's trying to be funny blunt obvious. In case you haven't noticed, I've been making digs at you. That's also a dig at you because I didn't think you're smart enough to notice. In case you haven't noticed the digs, here's another dig, which is actually a double dig. 30 seconds later, oh, you did one of the objectives. Congratulations, numbnuts. It's like, why every single objective? The intro, the tutorials, like all of this is so, like, even like the descriptions of the tutorials, it calls like organic life forms petty, their needs petty, you know, everything is just bad and dumb. And why is this the personality of the game? In the original Startopia, the AI personality, or whoever you're with, that voice that sort of guides you through the campaign, it feels like they're on board with you. They need you to succeed. They want you to succeed because, you know, you're in it together. And that happens even when you lose a mission, because I lost the mission because I was bad at the game. I lost the mission, and, you know, that AI said to me, it's like, look, you've done and screwed up now. They're going to implant a worm in your brain and it's going to come out from your toe and they're going to like decommission me and, you know, whatever. Like, I was in it with the AI. So the AI was sort of wanting me to succeed, and the voice and the writing was not constantly insulting me, and also it was sort of quirky, funny, humorous, lighthearted. And then the trader comes in with the second voice. It's like, hello, Commander, I see you've set up a hospital here. I've got this stuff that, you know, fell off the back of a truck. Would you like to get some stuff for a little bit on the cheap side? You know, it's just like a weird little personality dude that showed up once in a while. here what shows up once in a while are these sort of paragraphs of text that you have to read, at least the options that you have to pick. And it's like every 2 minutes, it's just another few paragraphs of text that you have to read. So you're just stopping gameplay, reading this stuff. While you're reading this stuff, the AI starts insulting you because some objective was completed, and the AI's got to insult you for completing objectives. And you're still reading this thing. I was like, what's going on? I didn't even care anymore. I let it pick, and it just made a choice, and it didn't even tell me what it was. So I don't even know what happened there. It's just, what? So, okay. I want to try to be objective about this. The gameplay is actually fine. When no one is talking and no text is being thrown at me, actually playing the base building management, hiring people, building things up is actually fine. It's actually kind of fun. But it's just every single step, not even just every single objective, every half step. Oh, you built a recycler. Great job, you idiot. It's like, why does it hate the player so much? And it's just, it's not funny enough to compensate. Like, there's a couple okay sort of quips, I guess. You know, oh, this planet's always at war because the grass is always greener on the other side of the planet. You know, let's see what you're made of, which I can tell it's like 20% carbon, 40% hydrogen. You know, it's like, okay, those are okay. Those are fine. I'm laughing a bit sarcastic, but that's actually fine. But it's just, it's not even sandwiched with the hostile passive aggressiveness. It's like it's not even interlaced. It's like it's constant passive aggressive hostility, and then there's an occasional little funny quip. So it's like when the funny quip arrives, I'm not sure whether it's even funny anymore because I've been called incompetent. Like, literally. And then it starts talking about me being as skilled as someone who makes bricks from my own excrement. It's like, oh, why? It's like the AI just hates everything, and it's not humorous. It's just actual hate. I mean, I didn't even, like, it's hard to talk about the game because that's so overwhelming. Like, it's actually a good looking game, and the gameplay is fine. I think the gameplay is good. It's just, so I think gameplay is fine. Combat. We looked at the combat tutorial. Combat feels better, more streamlined, but you know, the old way was not fun anyway. So that's good change. Good gameplay change. But I'm forgetting all of that because all I can think about is that AI voice. So I think if you play this game, you want to go to options, and the best voice here is none. And if you don't believe how constant the hostility and insults were, go back to the very beginning of the video when I load up the game and it greets you with an insult, which by the way is time-based, right? I'm recording this at like 2 a.m. so it just insulted me for that, you know. If someone can compile every single insult together, it's gonna be paragraphs. It's like back-to-back lines. It's probably like 80 to 90% of the dialogue thrown at me was an insult. And I know I've talked about that a lot, but I'm talking about it as much as it did it. So that's an accurate representation, I guess. Maybe just play with no voice and skip all dialogue. But then, where's the personality gonna come from? It just becomes a mechanical simulator. Anyway. That's our look at Spacebase Startopia. It has some problems. Not impossible to fix, but overhauling all of the dialogue, it's not a small task either, so I wouldn't count on it. I hope you enjoyed this look at the game anyway, and found it useful. And you enjoyed me being insulted for over an hour. If you'd like to support the channel and help me fix my feelings, no, I'm fine. You can support the channel through Patreon, patreon.com/gamerzak. Direct support means we run fewer ads on YouTube, so thank you so much for the direct support, and everyone enjoy fewer ads. You can also join us on social medias, links all down below. And if you're watching on YouTube, click the buttons on the screen right now for so much more content. Thank you all so much for joining. And I'll see you in the next video. I don't know. I'm gonna need some time to think about this. Alright, I'll see you guys. Bye guys. Bye.